What's up everyone, and welcome back to another bike ride review from bikeride.com. I'm your host Scott, and we're diving into a pretty fun bike today. Now, first impressions are definitely important, especially now that so many new e-bikes are coming onto the market. Well, the bike that we're looking at today certainly knows how to make an impression. And this attractive bike is available in 2 different frame options. Plus, you can also choose from 7 different colors for this bike. So it's safe to say that the Nomad from Velotric is one adventure style e-bike you're gonna wanna know more about. So come with me today as we test not 1, but 2 Nomad e-bikes. We can determine their benefits by comparing the high step and low step versions. So let's get into it and go ride some bikes. So what is the Velotric Nomad? The brand describes the Nomad as a go-anywhere adventure style e-bike, perfectly suited for riders looking to leave the pavement behind. At first glance, it seems to be up to the task, with large 26 by 4 inch tires and a powerful 750 watt rear hub motor. The bike comes equipped with full front and rear fenders, plus a front headlight. But other items like a rear rack are going to cost extra. The large motor takes center stage when riding the bike, and the bike quickly accelerates while easily maintaining its top speed of 20 or 25 miles per hour, depending if you unlock it. Simply put, the bike is robust and comfortable. No matter the terrain, the Nomad feels like a capable bike for adventures and cruising. And the bike also features some pleasant component upgrades over comparable bikes, as well as some killer looks, which are definitely complemented by upgrades like a battery that is color matched with the frame color, as well as a fully integrated cable routing within that frame. So let's get things started off with our first pro, which is the great looks that this bike brings. The Nomad really brings some killer looks with a refined frame that appears robust and modern. The design features nice details like that color matched battery and internal cable routing. These items and the choice of color and components benefit the bike. While out riding, I found myself constantly commenting on how great the bike looked in different lighting. No matter where you are, the bike definitely turns heads when you're out on the road. Plus, it comes in 7 different colors, allowing you to choose your favorite. Our second pro is the bike's performance. So good looks need to be backed up, and the Nomad brings performance in the form of raw speed and power. The 750 watt motor on the unit is fast and capable, which allowed it to set a nice 0 to 20 time in pedal assist mode. Stay tuned to hear what that was in our motor section coming up. The motor and controller programming combined for excellent acceleration, and the bike really leapt away from the line, sometimes almost too quickly on the acceleration. I enjoyed how easy it was to pedal the bike and how the motor really maintained its speed over level ground or hills. No matter what, it was able to keep up that top speed. So if you're looking for a fast and fun bike, the Nomad definitely fills those requirements. Our third pro for the bike is comfort. And the Nomad is not only performance-minded and fun, it's also very comfortable and well designed. The contact points are all quite comfy, with a good seat and nice grips. And the bright display is really easy to see and simple to use with intuitive controls. The wide tires and robust frame also bring a lot of confidence when you're out riding, making the Nomad very stable and easy to control when it's under power. The bike floats over loose terrain like sand and gravel with those large 4 inch tires. And it has powerful brakes combined with the large tires to aid you in stopping. Overall, the Nomad is a very fun and comfy bike to ride, no matter the terrain or circumstance. Our first con is the non-integrated rear light and lack of rear rack. So I was a bit disappointed that this bike had a rear light that wasn't integrated with the electronics like the front light. The front light is fairly bright and a pleasant feature, but with the rear light having to be turned on by hand, it's a little bit frustrating. Plus, the bike also lacks a rear rack, which would be really functional for commuters or adventure seekers like hunters and fishers, so this is going to cost extra. For our second con, we have that peppy acceleration. Now the motor on this bike is very fast, and the controller programming definitely favors torque on takeoff. This can be a little bit shocking if you're using the maximum assist level and you're not ready for it. So whether you're using the throttle or the pedal assist, this bike can really take off from a dead stop. Some users may enjoy this torque-heavy response, but others will not. So it's good to be aware, and it's good to adjust your assist level accordingly before hitting that throttle. And finally, our last con for this bike is the fact that this bike has large wheels and a fairly heavy frame. It's a pretty heavy bike, coming in at 72 pounds for the step through and 73 for the step over, and it features large 26 by 4-inch tires. These attributes can cause users some trouble maneuvering the bike in tight locations, or lifting the bike onto a vehicle-based rack, or even going upstairs is a challenge for smaller users. If you need to bring the bike indoors to store it, a ground level lockup would definitely be best, because the Nomad will not fit easily through doors, upstairs, or into elevators. So what does it do best? Well, the Nomad definitely lives up to expectations as a fast and fun adventure bike. It's well suited for recreational riders looking to take the path less traveled. I found it to definitely be a comfortable unit, and it was well built, with a great ride quality. It's available as both a step-through and high-step model, so riders of all heights can find a good match, with a little bit of a difference in specified rider height for those two models. Those preference to easy mounting will definitely love the step-through design. Whichever frame you choose, the bike is quick to accelerate, offering excellent range and comfortable features like seat and balloon tires. It's definitely a bike that is made to explore off-road or on all day long. What are some reasons to look elsewhere? The bike is aimed at recreational riders. So those looking to use this bike for commuting, work, or another activity like hunting or fishing may find it pretty limited in its current form. While it does have a powerful motor and good range, the lack of a rear light or rack will frustrate commuters. The large size may also not benefit commuters, specifically in urban environments and tighter situations. Digging into the bike with the frame and geometry. It's not often that we get to check out both frame styles for a bike model, so it's great to see the differences here between the high step and low step versions of this bike. And really, it all comes down to the top tube, or the lack of it for the step-through model. The frames are both robust and made of aluminum, with similar geometries. They both have a pleasant modern geometry that allows for a straight-backed riding stance. And the frame is very durable, with no flex during use. The pedal position is also quite comfortable. After 25 miles on the bike, I still felt comfy and happy to be out riding. And the bike is a fun recreational e-bike for exploring off-road. It's assisted by that 80mm front suspension fork, but the impacts are still jarring in the rear end with no rear suspension. So a suspension seat post could definitely be of assistance here. Taking a look at those measurements. On the bikes, we have a seat tube of 17.12 inches, a reach measurement of 14.96 inches, a stack measurement of 26.77 inches, with a virtual top tube length of 23.5 inches. The minimum saddle height is 32.16 inches, and the max saddle height is 40.15, which is going to give us a recommended rider height of 5'1" to 6'4" for the step through, or 5'6" to 6'9" for the step over. So a little bit of a difference there, so we can accommodate more riders of varying heights. Now taking a look at the motor. The 750 watt motor is capable of 75 Newton meters of torque. It's definitely quick to accelerate and powerful overall. The bike can easily maintain its top speed, even when facing smaller hills, which makes it a very pleasant companion when you're out riding. I definitely enjoyed the peppy feeling of the unit's acceleration, but sometimes it would catch me off guard with a sudden burst of speed when taking off from a dead stop. The bike will certainly make speed demons happy. Despite shipping as a Class 2 e-bike with a top speed of 20 miles per hour, you can easily unlock the bike to a top speed of 20 miles per hour from the settings, and there's more videos about this online. During testing, the motor was quick to accelerate, with a 0 to 20 time of just 7 seconds when using pedal assist. It showed a good result in our small and medium hill climb test, maintaining its speed well during the climb. The Velotric has a pleasant cockpit layout, with items like the hydraulic brake levers and trigger shifter increasing value and making it more comfortable. The bike uses a 3.5-inch backlit LCD display, which is very easy to see. It offers information such as your speed, battery level, and trip information at a glance. The battery level is displayed as a 5-bar icon, which is not as good as a percentage, but the display did not fluctuate, offering a consistent battery level as it declined, which was nice. The control pad is a standard 3-button item, and it was easy to use. It includes integrated control for the front light with a long press of that up button, and it also has a 5-amp USB port for charging items while you ride. And when it comes to power for the unit, it's provided by a 48-volt, 14.4 amp hour or 691 watt-hour battery, which managed to power the bike for 28 miles on a single charge, even using the maximum available assist. This definitely reinforces the claim from Velotric that the bike can travel up to 55 miles on a single charge. However, this is only possible at reduced pedal assist levels. The battery is integrated into the frame well and is color matched with the frame, which is definitely a nice touch that we don't see very often on e-bikes in this price range. The battery can be charged while installed on your bike or after removing it through the same external charge port on the battery. That charge port is protected by a rubber plug when it's not in use. During our range test, we managed to go a total distance of 28.03 miles with an elevation gain of 1,135 feet, with an average speed of 18.5 miles per hour. The UL certified charger provided with the bike is a 48-volt 3-amp output, which is used for charging the battery on or off the bike. The battery is nicely integrated into the frame and held in place with a lock which is operated by the keys. After unlocking the battery, it simply pops out of the frame and can be removed. Reinserting the battery is quite easy. You line up the lower battery connections and insert it back into the frame. Simply press firmly until you feel a click, and the battery is securely held in the frame with no need to lock it. Velotric has included another nice upgrade when it comes to the drivetrain, including an 8-speed group set from Shimano. The trigger shifter is both reliable and more precise than other entry-level items, offering a much nicer shifting experience. The 8-speed 46-tooth, 13 to 34-tooth gearing offers more than enough range to allow for comfortable pedaling cadence, even considering the 0 to 25 mile/hour speed range of the bike. When it comes to the brakes, the Nomad is fast, and it requires a good brake for reliable stopping. Included on this bike are 180mm rotors, both front and rear, with 2-piston hydraulic calipers. And the brakes performed well in our test, working with those large tires to bring the bike to a quick and reliable stop from 20 miles per hour. We managed to stop in a total distance of 16 feet with this bike from 20 miles per hour, which is a great result, beating out other similar contestants that we've recently had. Next, looking at the wheels, tires, and fenders. We have 26-inch by 4-inch CST BFT tires, which are fitted with 26-inch rims. They provide puncture protection via a set of inserts. This tire is grippy and well suited to a variety of terrains. It really offered a reliable grip on pavement, sand, dirt, and gravel. And I found that the bike performed well in loose sand on the beach thanks to its large tires and that powerful motor. The robust and grippy tires seem well suited for this adventure-seeking funmobile bike. And finally, taking a look at those contact points, starting off with the grips. And the grips that we find on the Nomad are both comfortable and weather resistant, made from a grippy rubber. They fit nicely underhand with ergonomic flares. While they're not a lock-on grip, they did not move around on the bars, and they seem to be a good fit for the bike, both performance-wise and looks. The saddle on the bike is wide and comfortable, offering a good platform. Impacts to the bike's rear are still jarring with no suspension, even though the seat does have some polymer springs to try to even out that a bit. I think that this bike would definitely benefit from a suspension seat post as an upgrade if you're planning on riding it off-road regularly at high speeds. When it comes to pedals, we have a set of composite flat style pedals which have small integrated pegs on them. They're definitely a fine fit for most foot sizes, and they offered good traction. So I didn't have any issues with this pedal while I was out riding, and they fit well on the bike. In conclusion, if you're out to have a good time exploring back roads and new paths, then the Velotric Nomad will be the perfect fit. It's easy to find a color and size that are great for you, with 2 frames and so many color options to choose from. Plus, the design and features of these bikes really make them stand out from the crowd. So if it's time to add some adventure to your life, look no further than the Nomad e-bikes from Velotric. Is this bike for you? Check out the detailed specs at bikeride.com and see user and expert reviews. You can also check out other great e-bikes and see them rated to find your perfect match. Do you have a question or something you want to say? Let me know in the comments and we'll start getting you some answers. If you liked this video, please give us a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so we can keep on bringing you the latest e-bike reviews and news. I'm Scott with bikeride.com. I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the ride.